A well-dressed skin tag.
After issuing a series of executive orders designed to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, President Trump tweeted that the Democrats' Obamacare is imploding. Dems should call me to fix. Well, you can't say it's imploding when you're actively destroying it. Godzilla never tweeted, Tokyo is totally imploding right now. I alone can solve. Experts are now worried that Trump actions could destabilize Obamacare markets, which brings the number of things Trump has destabilized up to all of them. But this is what Trump does. He just messes everything up and then just rolls away like an old lady knocking over a wine display with her rascal scooter. He doesn't care if other people get hurt. He just keeps moving. And then we hear clean up on Isle, Puerto Rico.
During the signing ceremony for his executive orders on health care, President Trump walked away without even signing it. But then good old Mike Pence was there to remind the teacher that she forgot to assign homework. Yay! Several aides to President Trump are reportedly saying that he is unraveling and losing a step. Okay, but what point exactly was he ever in step? Because from here, it's been like 9 months of watching the cat try to walk in Timberlands. During a speech at the Value Voters Summit yesterday, President Tons of Fun said this.
You know, we're getting near that beautiful Christmas season that people don't talk about anymore. They don't use the word Christmas because it's not politically correct. Well, guess what? We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Dude, people say Merry Christmas all the time. My deli guy is Muslim, and he says Merry Christmas every time he makes me a ham sandwich. You know what? I don't want to say Merry Christmas anymore, because I don't like that Trump supporters always want us to be specific when it's about stuff that's important to them. You know, it can't be Happy Holidays. It's got to be Merry Christmas. It can't be Save the Planet. It's got to be America First. But then when somebody wants to stand up for black people or gays or women, they're like, hey, wait a minute, what about everybody else? So, you know what? So don't think of it as me saying Happy Holidays anymore. Think of it as me saying all holidays matter.
In a press conference, President Trump continued to question the legitimacy of network news, saying it's frankly disgusting the press is able to write whatever it wants to write. Although I think if the media could write whatever they wanted, they would have reported Hillary Clinton is next president. Military officials have announced that they will increase missions to train, advise, and assist troops in the African nation of Niger. The focus on Niger is viewed as a direct challenge to President Trump's autocorrect.
It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che.
And I'm Colin Jost. The investigation into the tragedy in Las Vegas this week has sparked a larger debate in America between people who want common sense gun control and people who are wrong. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. The guy had 47 guns. No one should own 47 of anything. If you own 47 cats, you are not a responsible pet owner. You're a crazy cat lady. And unlike with guns, the government will actually come and take your cats away because everyone agrees that's insane. Also, this guy bought 23 of his guns in the past year, and that didn't set off any kind of alert. If I buy $100 worth of Chick-fil-A, I get a text message from my bank that says, did you just purchase $100 worth of Chick-fil-A? Please, Colin, tell us this is fraud. How is no one keeping track of how many guns people own? There is a real law in Texas that says it's illegal to own more than 6 dildos. And I get why. No one needs that many. If you have more than 6 dildos, it's a clear sign you are training for something awful.
I mean, why is it so hard to get gun control in this country? I mean, who are these delicate snowflakes that we can't just tell, no, you're not allowed to have 40 guns anymore, Earl. From now on, you can have 1 gun, max, and 6 bullets. If you can't hit what you're shooting with 6 bullets, then you don't need to be shooting at it. Learn karate or use your words. I'm sick of this narrative that Americans just love guns so much. It's not true. 78% of Americans don't even own a gun. And 3% of Americans own 50% of all the guns in the country. That's the problem, that whiny 3% that needs to feel secure all the time. That's why I think we should do a buyback program. For every gun you trade in, we give you 1/2 inch of penis enlargement. That's fair. If you trade in 10 guns, you get 5 more inches. And if women want to trade in their guns, don't. Keep your guns. You're probably going to need it to fight off all those men in spandex showing off their brand new 8-inch penises. Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, said that he wants Congress to look into some proposals for gun control, but first he wants to look into this briefcase from the NRA. You know, we got to do something about the guns in this country. And I know about the Second Amendment. I know you think you need your guns to protect you from the government. Yeah, I notice the people that bring up the Second Amendment all the time are always the same people that preach, respect law enforcement, support the troops. Meanwhile, they have a closet full of weapons because they think those same troops are gonna come and drive their house away. It's hypocritical. It's like saying, I love my wife, I trust my wife, but I swear to God, that sneaky bitch is coming for me.
In other news, President Trump finally arrived in Puerto Rico this week, and let's just say, problem solved. Nothing says I understand the gravity of the situation like a billionaire tossing 6 rolls of paper towels to hurricane victims. Watching this, you know, I realize Trump might not be the best president, but he would be the best mascot. Just let him go nuts like the Philly fanatic, throwing free stuff to fans, cruising around on a 4-wheeler, mocking other countries while he shakes that big old butt around. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is now ending an Obama policy protecting transgender employees from discrimination. Clearly, Trump and Sessions only care about reversing this policy because Obama created it. What we need to do is convince these guys that Obama wrote the Second Amendment to protect guns. The next day, Trump will be tossing our guns in the ocean like paper towels. The Supreme Court is also back in session this week with new Trump-appointed Justice Neil Gorsuch. Here to comment is liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You are coming and swinging, Justice.
Oh, no, I can't go on a swing. I'm too tiny. Last time I went on a swing, I ended up in space.
Okay, all right, Justice. What do you think of your new colleague, Neil Gorsuch?
Oh, this new guy. Yep. If I knew he was coming in so hot, I would have worn an oven mitts, which is what I use as a sleeping bag. But I will say, Colin, it's nice to have 9 justices again, because for the last year, you know, we've been a hung jury. Except for Justice Alito. That guy legislates from the bench, but he measures from the balls. That's a Ginsburg. What?
All right, Justice, well, you might not have a full bench for long because Justice Kennedy says he's considering retiring. Are you worried about that?
Yeah, of course I am. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see the goon Trump brings in next. The Honorable Justice Steven Seagal. Kennedy was supposed to be our swing vote, right? If he goes, it's going to be Justice Roberts. And if he's swinging, I'm taking my keys out of the bowl. You smell like what is that?
I don't know.
What is? It smells like smoke. What is it? It's a Ginsburg.
Yeah, right, yes. Yeah, and Kennedy could be the decisive vote in this big new gerrymandering
Yeah,
decision.
the